Welcome back to the Sailing Aurora channel. Now it is a new season and we just left Granholmen. We've been out for a week and a half actually, and I've been just working from the boat for a week, which has been great. It's actually a beautiful place to work, you know, and we've just been chilling out a little bit, but now we're starting our summer vacation.
Finally. And the winds have been a bit all over the place, a bit here, there and everywhere, but you know, it's looking good right now. We're loosely planning on going to Gotska Sandön, so yeah, over the next few days we'll find out if we find a good weather window, because it's in the middle of the sea. So yeah, I mean... Yeah, fingers crossed. The plan was to cross tomorrow, but I think we're gonna postpone until Monday as it looks now.
Just going down Canholms Fjärdlång now. There's a lot of boats out as usual. The boats tend to head across here towards Sandhamn. Gonna eat pita panna, which is kind of a mix of the leftovers, I think, with potato and all that kind of stuff, so it's perfect for like a brunch meal or something like that. Meanwhile, I'm trying to sail downwind, and the jib can't make its mind up, you know. If you're just flying the jib with the line from the self-tacker, the sheet from the self-tacker, you need enough wind to hold it there. Otherwise you've got to outhaul it and go through that block you can see down there, and yeah, it flies better that way. But right now I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, because the wind should be increasing. So now guys, let's talk about sailor fashion, right? There comes a point in your life where practicality starts to get a bit more of an importance than fashion, let's say. And I've found Crocs. Crocs are extremely valuable on a boat, I've found out. They are so practical, it's ridiculous. And even if you wear them with socks, which is an extreme violation of fashion, so comfortable just to slip on and off, and they're super grippy actually around the boat, as long as you buy the right colour so it doesn't rub off on all the boat everywhere. But these haven't seemed to cause any problems so far, so loving the Crocs. Might sound wrong, you may cringe, but I'm loving them.
Alright, pretty panna.
Nice.
It's just leftovers on
Beautiful.
fried egg.
It's beautiful. So we just got a wave from some fellow Germans actually that said hello, and they know the YouTube channel, so hello to you too. They're on X Yacht 37, I can't remember the name. Sometimes it gives you a little motivation to know that, you know, the channel is quite well known and people are watching it and people are interested, so that's nice of you, so thanks for saying hello.
Did you just have entrecote? You little spoiled dog.
Some real patches of fog out there today. The wind should blow it away really, but it's not really doing that. And then one issue we have right now is that the radar is on the flick a bit. It's going off and on. I think up in the dome, up in there's a bit of water that's moving around in the dome. I've got to get it down at the end of the season. Would be nice to have it, to be honest, but it's not absolutely essential, especially if you've got AAS transmit and receive. It's a lot better, but yeah, need to get it down and see if there's a connection getting wet or not, you know. We'll see. Going into the fog at 7 knots with about, I'd say about 100 meters visibility or something like that. But you know, GPS is your friend, AAS is your friend. Radar is not my friend at the moment. I've troubleshooted that thing, and there's voltage up in the dome up there, so it's got to be a problem in the dome, because it keeps going on and off depending on how leaned over the sailboat is. So yeah, there we go. I've got to fix that at some point. Just when you think everything is fixed and everything is sorted on a boat and everything is working, something will break. I guarantee it. Hello from Bötes Kobben, and yeah, it's a bit of a rainy afternoon. Well, it's just started raining. It's about 5 o'clock or something like that. So yeah, we're just settling in here for the night, and I think we're pretty much committing to go over to Gotska Sandön tomorrow. You know, it's a bit of a dicey thing because the wind's got to be in the right direction. You have to look at the waves.
You have to make sure that the next few days are going to be okay, because you're literally in the middle of the Baltic Sea, just maybe behind an island. There's a little bit of protection behind the island, but you know, ideally it needs to be perfect out there with not much swell as well. And yeah, so we're going to make that decision. Earlier on we pumped up the dinghy just for our little lifeboat, kind of makeshift lifeboat thing, you know, if the boat goes down you want something to sit on. But yeah, we're ready to go tomorrow, you know. Hopefully the weather will be better. We're going to be beating into it tomorrow a little bit, but it's going to be fine. It's amazing, it's the middle of July and there's hardly any boats out at the moment. It's one of those typical Swedish summers where it's okay, but it's not brilliant, you know. So we're hoping that the weather improves. We'll see, but spirits are still up. It's the first few days of our vacation. It's gonna be good.
The usual for rainy days, chili con carne. Seems like we always eat chili con carne when it's raining.
Yeah.
But it seems like good rain day food.
And Ollie is waiting.
And then we have banana bread that I made because we had bananas that were going out.
Yeah, that's nice.
Good morning. Well, the situation is pretty bleak, you know. Swedish summer. I mean, Jesus Christ, another year of just dodgy weather, to be honest. The wind has shifted direction at 7 o'clock this morning, so it's gone from a northeast to a southwest, which is a bit of a pain to stay in here. We expected it, but you know, as the wind increases, we're actually going to get out of here pretty quickly before we get blown any further towards the rocks, you know. But yeah, we're going to go for it today. The winds are looking good. There's a lot of fog out there, which is a bit of a pain, and I've just switched the instruments on and the radar isn't working, so that's a bit of a pain. I could have done with that, but you know, I think we're going to be alright, to be honest. But we've actually got further than I thought to go. We've got about 50 nautical miles to go, so I'm hoping the wind stays a little bit westerly, so you know, we can sail just directly all the way without attack, because 50 nautical miles in a day is actually quite a distance if you're doing slower speed. So hopefully we average 6-7 knots. We'll see, but let's get to it. Decided to abandon this plan, to be honest, of crossing to Gotska Sandön today, at least. The winds are blowing 26 knots. It's way more than predicted. And even with a fetch of 3 nautical miles, we're getting 1 meter waves. So out to sea, it's not going to be fun out there at all. So we're just heading south a bit because the wind is setting. Tomorrow it will be southwesterly. So if we head south a little bit, then we get a better angle going across tomorrow. It's lighter winds and it should be fine. So we'll see. Things change though, right? I mean, yeah, but it's better not to get out there and just have a miserable day of bashing into 3-4 meters, maybe 3 meter waves. He's very brave running a mainsail downwind in 26 knots or something, you know, without some kind of preventer on. I didn't see one at least. But yeah, the sea state is really gnarly, even inside the archipelago now. I said goodbye to Henrik. He only wants to do a short distance today, so you know, we're on our own now. Yeah, just heading down to Fjärdlång, get some shelter there.
Breakfast!
No sailing today. Just can't be dealing with it. But also the waves, they never look as big on camera, right? I mean, it's about 1 meter waves inside the archipelago now. Never looked that big.
I'm sorry. Did you
laughing at me. This is where having the bigger engine really does help. You know, we can punch through this with a 57 horsepower pretty nicely at 7 knots. With the 40 it'd be a lot less. Well guys, we've arrived at Fjärdlång actually, on the eastern side, which is nicely protected from a southerly wind actually. I mean, out there it was blowing like crazy. You know, I wasn't going to try and cross the Baltic in 23, 24 knots, blowing up to 26, 28. That's not much fun. We've got lucky actually, because not a lot of people are out. I think they're avoiding the weather and they're staying at home, you know, and yeah, it's just maybe a week of bad weather and then it might get better again. But anyway, we've got the place completely to ourselves at the moment. It's really, really nice and sheltered. I guarantee you he's probably saw another mast and thought, maybe that's a good place. So we're no longer alone, but that's okay. What's up, little doggy? Are you waiting for me to get back? Yeah. Well guys, the weather's turned and the sun is out. Happy again. Summer is back, sort of, with a lot of wind. We're just going out for a little walk now, obviously, and yeah, we'll see what we find. We haven't explored this side of the bay yet, so it should be pretty cool. Some high cliffs, we'll see. And Tanya's navigation skills, maybe not. First animal spotting. Not sure whether you can see that very well, but there's a snake right there. And we think it's got 2 yellow spots on its head, so it's not poisonous. You see it moving? Yeah. Most of the time the snakes are fairly easy to identify actually. You know, we have the huggorm up here, which is the common European adder, I think it's called. And usually it's got a black zigzag down its back. It's dark brown with a black zigzag down its back. And it looks quite aggressive and a little bit nasty. That's the poisonous one, and that's the one I'm really afraid for Ollie to find. You know, that wouldn't be a good day out, that's for sure. There's the non-poisonous one, which is the snore, which is what we think we just saw. But, you know, I'm not brave enough to find out, and, you know, best to leave nature alone. Nice to look at, but definitely with snakes, just leave them alone.
Easy dinner tonight. Leftovers and what do you call them? Kebab skewers?
Yeah, something like that.
Squeaky cheese.
Yeah. Back from a nice walk, you know. We must have walked a total of 2 kilometers, long way. But it's a nice barbecue evening for us, you know, nothing more to be said really. I mean, enjoying this view now, sat here.
It's very quiet.
Yeah.
With the wind, we had expected it to be packed in here.
That is one very tired doggy indeed. But we may have changed our plans slightly. So, because the winds are more southwesterly very early morning, we might actually leave very early in the morning to actually get one tack over to Gotska Sandön if we can in the morning. The winds are calming down, but they're staying southwesterly until about 10, 11 o'clock or something like that. So if we can do the majority of the distance before they shift, then I think we'll be good. But there's one problem with that. Right now it's 8 o'clock and the England game, England-Spain, it's the final for the Euro 2024, is starting in 50 minutes. I can't miss it. So
I think I'm just going to have to take one for the team. Tanya might not be so much interested because she's from Denmark. But I'm going to have to take one for the team and just watch the game. I can't miss that, right? I can't have it recorded or something like that because it'll be all over the news the next day anyway. So, I'm going to have to probably watch that. But, I'm just chilling out now for a little bit. A few hours, probably get 3 hours sleep. And then we'll start towards Gotska Sandön.
We're already sleeping.
Already sleeping.